Well, I tell you what, it doesn't get any better than this. It's a cracking start to day one of CSGO in the Gfinity Elite Series Season 2. Our first match was between Envyus and Endpoint, a hard-fought game that finished 16-12 to Endpoint. Then we moved on to the game that has just finished moments ago. We had Prophecy taking on those boys Method, who we predicted would be a lot stronger on map train, and they were indeed racing to a 16-3 lead. But what's this? 6 games in a row they lost, and it finished 16-9 to those boys Method, and a start in the managerial coaching role for Charlie Pickles. Just one wire broken, that is dead, it cannot be fixed. Look, here is the schedule so far. Team Envyus losing to Endpoint, and Method got that 1-0 win against Prophecy. We have got Reason next, taking on Envyus, and then our grand final game for day one is Epsilon taking on Excel. So here is the magnificent Gfinity Arena. Come and join us down here because there are more romantic chats from SEO and Herald. Now, we quickly discussed Reason. I suppose they're an unknown entity as well, so we'll see more from them. But that Envyus lineup, it hasn't changed. They've stayed the same. This is a team that definitely could go on all the way to the final and potentially win it.
I mean, yeah, Envyus is one of the strongest teams we've seen. Last season, they were on fire. They dropped, I don't think they dropped a single map in groups until the very end. They were looking so strong, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, they got knocked out in the quarter semi-finals. Incredible stuff. And, oh God, they must have been very disappointed with that. So coming into this round, they need to be going, right, no mistakes. Not one single mistake can happen. We have to start off strong, and I don't see that being questioned. So I feel like this game will be the staging post for the rest of their campaign. They need to go, right, we are the strongest team in this tournament. That is not up for debate. We're going to show that to the rest of the teams, and they will bow before us.
Bow before them. Strong words. Sounds like Stargate. Listen, the thing is, though, with the pressure that they've put on themselves, they don't want to make any mistakes. The likes of, probably, it could be argued, their best player last season, Hadji, he's got to come out all guns blazing, hasn't he?
Yeah, essentially they've had star performance all around from quite a few of them. Like Hadji is really good, Jack's really good, but obviously Hadji's 92 ADR across the entire season is phenomenal, really. Anywhere above 80 is considered to be above average, so 92, that's very solid. Last season he came in with a storming performance. I wonder if he'll do the same. Yeah,
definitely. Give him an energy drink and let him off the leash. Who's another player from that lineup that you would sort of say, if Hadji's not delivering, he can step up? I mean, they're all good players, but who would be the next person to go to?
I think statistically, Jax was right next to him, like in ADR as well. Like they were both very similar, like stats-wise, but Hadji kind of had, I suppose, flashier players. Like we saw more 5-mans, like that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Now, Herald mentioned that disappointing semi-final defeat they had. Will it haunt them? Will it stay with them? You know, as a player many moons ago, or last week, in fact. But I mean, will it haunt them, or were they forgotten about it by now?
I feel like they should be forgetting about it by now. If you linger on it, it's only going to bring you bad memories, I suppose. Like you can look back at it and be like, we should have done this, should have done that. That's fine, but otherwise, you may as well forget and just move on. Yeah,
Harold, would they look at the strat or how the way Prophecy played? Will they sort of see the areas where they let themselves down and then work on them, or just think, do you know what, that was a one-off, let's get back to business?
The thing is, you've got to remember that Prophecy was a very skilled team. There was a lot of skill on that roster, and when you give them an opportunity, they're going to take it. By both hands, they're going to grip it and go. You know, once Quick's got rolling, he fuels the rest of the team. The energy passes through all of them, and they get hyped, and they start fragging all over the place, and there's nothing you can do to stop them at that point. So, you know, the loss, I wouldn't say was a fluke. It was a really grindy game. There was nothing that seemed out of the ordinary. And so really, it was a lack of teamwork coming in from Team Envyus, because we know they're a team-based team. They have to play as a team. And so as long as they've gone away now, they've practiced, they've put the work in, they've put the hours in, they'll just get better. And that's what makes this a strong team. They can put the hours in to get better, as opposed to relying on skill, which is what a lot of other teams will do.
Okay, mais oui, d'accord. So can Envyus get over the major disappointment of the topping of the table last season, but then failing in the semi-finals? We caught up with VKill ahead of this match to get his thoughts.
Hi, I'm Valentine Bartolome, aka VKill, playing for Team Envyus.
It's gonna be a massacre, VKill! 4 kills in the end!
The last season, I think we didn't expect to be knocked out like this. After the defeat, like, it was like kind of hard, but we managed to bounce back. We decided to stick together first because we are professional and we want to grow up like in the long term. And we have Envyus behind us, so we don't want to disappoint them.
VK with a double kill!
Epsilon did great the last season, but for this season I think we are more chance because Epsilon is like a new team. They don't have the experience of the old players. But I think we are growing up, practicing a lot, and we are a different team in our mind and in our play style, so I think we are more chance than the last season.
He's a good lad, that VKill, a very exciting player to watch. Lovely to chat to behind the scenes around the Gfinity arena. They know it very well. It's going to be an exciting one. What map will Envyus be looking to get the ball rolling in Season 2?
I feel like in Season 1, the map that they were most comfortable with was probably Inferno. Like, I felt like that was the map that they were quite, you know, they knew, everybody knew what the other players were doing. So ideally, they'd try and get to that. And from what I've seen, the teams like that Haste has actually been with, I'm not sure if he's the IGL or anything, but they've played Cobble quite often, which is another map that did favour last season. Yeah. So I'm thinking one of those two.
So if you were Reason, you would try and veto that immediately. The picks will be, the veto should I say, are coming in very shortly. But what sort of map can we expect Reason to kind of want in this situation?
I'm not sure really. It depends like what kind of stuff they have practiced. I can assume that Nuke is not in the pool for this situation, sadly. But I'm not really sure. The team doesn't strike me as that kind of a pug-heavy team. I feel like they'd be a bit more mixed in that sense. So Inferno is actually not a bad shout for that sort of thing, because obviously you can't really pug as well on Inferno, but you can, short-term as a team, you can hold people back quite easily. So ideally, I'd probably go for that.
Okay, well, those vetoes will start coming in right about now. And just to explain that, SEO, for anyone who doesn't want to know what the pug means again, could you explain that to any new viewers on?
Yeah, so essentially a pug-heavy map would be quite an open map. It basically applies towards the players who, or teams essentially, that aren't as like team-orientated. So you've got a lot of open areas. It's a lot of just run and gun essentially. So teams that haven't got many like team-orientated stuff, so like executes, that sort of stuff, that favours them in this situation. So okay. Mirage being vetoed by Envy, not too surprising. The Inferno ban, it did look like Envy's like their best like map in terms of being comfortable.
So the reason wanted to get rid of that immediately. Yeah. Ooh, overpass.
I'm not sure if we saw overpass from Envy last season. Now thinking back, obviously we didn't see Nuke, but I'm not too sure if we saw overpass. So not too much of a surprise. Cash ban, kind of peculiar. That was the map that Envy dropped in the regular season to Endpoint. So maybe they're not comfortable on it. Possibly that.
Oh, Nuke's gone.
Nuke's been removed in the exact same stage every single time.
Livid.
The away team. Oh,
well, what's the tactics behind that then? Why not get rid of it immediately?
No, it's simple.
You're mind gaming it.
Yeah, what they want to do is they want to get rid of the maps they don't want to play first, because they know neither of them want to play Nuke. So there's no point banning Nuke straight away, because you give Reason Gaming more information, you give them more ability to counter-ban you. So leave Nuke in there until the last one, get rid of the maps you really don't want, Overpass, Mirage, Cash, Inferno. Once they're gone, you can worry about Nuke. You know,
so every week I'm going to get excited thinking Nuke's going to come up?
Yeah, potentially.
Every week.
Unbelievable. Oh, there you go, Cobble's gone from Reason, which means Train again. Another little map Train. So who's this going to favour? Obviously, you know, Envyus are very good with Train, but, you know, Reason, will they have wanted Train, or would they have preferred, you know, a different map potentially?
I feel like it was kind of heavily contested in that sense. Like Train's a map that I'd favour with Envy, obviously, because as a team that have been together for quite a while, rotations, communication, it should be quite, you know, on point essentially. But Reason, clearly they haven't felt against it. Like they didn't veto it early on. If it was a map they didn't want, they would have got rid of it very early. So they might be quite comfortable on it.
Yeah, okay, well, perfect. So we're going to Train. And Harold, before I swing over, I want to get your predictions on this one. We know the map, we know the teams, we know a little bit about them. Are you, the book's closed. Oh, this is a closed case. You're going to say Envyus, aren't you? I just see it in your face.
Envyus.
Okay, there we go. That is Harold's
Read me like a book.
Right there. So, any hope for Reason? Can they be a surprise package?
I suppose there's always hope in the sense that you can
There's always hope.
There is
like
always
Pandora's
hope.
box.
Yeah.
What are we left with? Hope.
There's always a chance, there's always hope. But I think it'll be towards Envy, maybe a 16-8, just below that bonus point.
Oh, just below the bonus point. Right, well, there you go. That's the experts. I'm going to go over 2 other experts who love... I mean, I have to say, gentlemen, I have absolutely loved your work today. Some fantastic matches, and what a great comeback by Prophecy. Can we see the same sort of thing happening in this match, or is it going to be pretty one-sided?
Do you want to talk first, or shall I talk first?
I'll go for it, mate.
Go for it.
This time.
Jackie, hold that thought. Snods, what do you... No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
What do you reckon on this one, Jackie?
I've had enough of these fun and games.
Oh,
these
mate,
shenanigans.
come on, it's
Are
shenanigans.
you some kind of comedian, are you? Is that
Sometimes, sometimes. Some people have said that before. A lot of reviewers in Edinburgh haven't agreed with that.
On Yelp, but
yeah, don't worry about it. It's a lot of money
Inside
I've lost.
joke, I guess,
I just tallied it up. You know
Once
what I
I
mean?
get back, I'll
Yeah,
some 5-star reviews. Fantastic guy. Great with
Yeah,
dogs.
all right, yeah, good. What do you reckon for this match? Does it favour Envy, and are they going to win this?
Yeah, everyone's sort of got it on the tips of their tongue. This is going to be the Envyus show. They're going to sort of show what they can do once again. I mean, the only time they ever sort of fell short in the regular season last season was against Endpoint when Mighty Max was at the helm, which was a bit of a weird one to say the least. And this Reason lineup, I'm not too sure, Tom. I'm a little bit scared, and I don't know.
Okay.
You know,
well, are you going to just put? Do you just dip in like a teaspoon amount? You go. Oh, okay, I understand more.
You know.
You're not going to go for a whole tablespoon of this.
No, not right now. I think you've got to ease yourself into Reason. I don't feel like it's
Okay.
It's a little.
Just ease yourself in, not a run up. Snods, I've got to ask.
Okay,
how can then Reason? Well, kind of the same, but how can Reason really get under Envyus' skin right now and pull out those demons from that semi-final in season 1?
I mean, just looking at the way the teams play, obviously, Team Envyus, they're like the slow, steady map control style of CS, and a map like Train, they're going to take control of Alley with the smokes and the Molotovs, take control of Pop Dog with the mollies, and obviously pincer in the A site from Team Main, from Pop Dog, from Alley. Thing is, are we going to see resistance from Reason? Are they going to try and fight Alley, fight off the map control from Envyus? If they could try to get in the face, deny that style of play, and try throw a spanner in the works, I guess, maybe there's a chance.
Okay, well, listen, gentlemen, I'll leave match 3 with you. Looking forward to your work. I'll be over there if you need me.
Yeah,
just shout
sure.
if you need.
I'll swing by.
I'll step in.
Paper plane.
Okay, fine then,
It'll
guys.
be good. Right then, Train going to be the map. Who is going to be sitting in first class and who will be sitting at the back on the floor because there's no seats left. It's very hot, Snods, and there's people standing up. There's mud everywhere.
Mud on a plane.
It's not a great situation to be in. On a train.
Oh, Train, yeah.
We're not playing plane, are we, mate?
Oh, yeah. Fair enough, then. So, it will be the live round, obviously. Envyus versus Reason Gaming. Reason Gaming, exact same storyline as the Prophecy team. Unanswered questions in this first game here. A lot to prove. Obviously, the former Reason team, Thomas, Cray, Cinder, been taken out, brought in with a Danish lineup of the Danish talents. Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, the Danish scene is so filled with... What's the word I'm trying to look for? Talent, I guess. But I mean, you've got so many teams in the top 16, Tier 1, Tier 2. And now it's trickled down to Reason as well.
It's true. Denmark has always had a good sort of growing pool of active, effective CS players in 1.6, in Source and in CSGO. You know, we've got a great few sort of Danish teams in the top 10 already right now, sort of, you know, as the global scale of things have been going. They always produce good players. Is this the right bunch of players from Denmark, though? Is this going to be a bunch that are going to make a name for themselves? I mean, when you look through, you do have a couple of names you spot out. You go, all right, yeah, I have seen some stuff from you a while ago. One of them being Manette. But is Manette going to come back into this instantly, start to, you know, generate a little bit of buzz, or is it going to be a little bit of a flash in the pan?
Yeah, that is a good question, because you take a gap from the game or a break from the game, you try to come back in. The problem is that takes time. Another thing as well with time is the fact that you're playing a map like Train. If you're going to start on your T side, you need that tactical depth to go back to the strats that are going to work. The wall of smokes, the executions towards B, the executions towards A. If you don't have that and you're playing that loose style, we saw exactly what happened with Prophecy.
It's true. But it seems like everything has been sorted out. Reason, of course, winning the knife round has decided they do want to start off on that CT side, but will they be able to counter what Envyus is bringing to the table here on the T?
So, Haste is going to be buying up the smoke and Kips. Going to be forced to Kevlar run out for the CT side. Let's see if they're going to go 2 towards B. It seems likely KS is well going to be joining Basso towards the B site, as well as having Haste as the fast rotation through Connector. You can see already, look at the push coming at Ali.
Oh, Lambert's ready for this as well, gets one. I think that's actually Manette as well that now finds the response fragment towards Lambert there, as they will trade blow for blow, but already heavy aggression towards B. They do have time to restructure and resituate towards the B side, but can they actually find these frags? It's important. Whoever gets the next frags, they will decide, and very good play of the round as VKL goes down to KS.
Man advantage here, all ready for Reason Gaming. The Danish side looking strong. Hachi, look at this already, jumps on the smoke, misses the shots though, and eventually he'll be taken down by KS.
Oh, Jax with a lowercase Z this time around, but unfortunately he will also fall as Basso is going to be blowing him away. Petitskel with one, nearly the second, but the Danish team do pick up the first round.
So far so good from the Danish side. We'll be taking that first CT pistol. Obviously a crucial pistol to win. You lose that, suddenly going into the first buy round, you might be lacking orbs, lacking utilities, Molotovs and whatnot. We saw Meth in the last game as well, saving 2 or 3 times just so they can have full utility. So, hear them shouting as well, loving the stage and the arena environment. And with a 1-0 now as we go into round number 2. Envyus, they got the bomb plant on that first pistol round, which means we're probably going to be seeing an eco round into this round. Following that, a full buy with AKs and decent utility in round number 3, so this should be a very clean, easy round for Reason.
Clinical. Nicely done. Smooth. I'm expecting good things. They're going to wipe this up like a spilt drink in a matter of seconds. 1 sheet is all it takes now as we get back into the action. Envyus, though, going to be repositioning back round as they do spread themselves thin into this one. They're aware that they obviously shouldn't be able to really pick this round up. Just trying to go for a bit of a dig here and there. Wean out the Reason Gaming players. If they can get a bomb plant, fantastic. If not, it is essentially set in stone that Reason will get this one. Another thing as well for Reason is they want a clean round. You want 4 or 5 staying alive, because going into that first bar, and if you lose, you don't want to be instantly reset and forced onto an eco. You can't afford the casualties. Exactly. Anyway, though, Hadji is legged up just a little bit. No deagles run out for the T side. Usually that's the catalyst to enhance the ecos. Buying that deagle, getting the first 1 dig, first 1 or 2 digs. We saw Dances from Infused winning individual rounds just off the deagle, no Kevlar. Hastes is quick as he finds that first frag, takes down Jack. 5 players still alive on the side of Reason, they're just holding their angles. Finally, the push comes in at 55 seconds on the clock. Minette gonna get the headshot off on towards VKL, stays alive and repositions for, actually goes for a bit of a pre-fire there. That's nicely done as he takes down Hadji. Petitskel armed with just the CZ is the last man remaining. He finds 1 casualty on the side of Reason. Everyone is very low as well. Look how much HP they actually have left. Petitskel could get a couple of lucky frags here and there, but Haste is gonna be too fast for him. So, Reason Gaming having 4 alive means they will be able to potentially buy up if they lose this first buy round here. Question is, though, for the first buy round, what are we going to be seeing brought to the foreground from Team Envyus? Usually, as I said in the preface as well, they like the slow, steady style of CS. You're holding, you're waiting. The problem is, look at their utility, Jack. Yeah. They've only got 2 smokes and 5 flashbangs. You can't really play that slow, steady style. You may as well up the tempo. Here's the thing, though, Snuds. I see Hadji. He's rolled his sleeves up. He's licked his lips. Ready for business. He looks like he's ready to get down to business here. Hadji normally incredible into these rounds, but Jax, another man that is an incredible star player for Envyus, has been removed from the equation in a matter of seconds. Haste there, going for a very, very fast burst towards Ivy. Jax there. Definitely not expecting the audacious player ready towards Ali from Reason Gaming. They get themselves the first kill. And now 1 minute 25 left on the clock. It will be the man advantage for Reason Gaming. Then again, they still have 2 UMPs in play. Good utility as well. As I say, that they have thrown another smoke away. So now it's just 4 flashes and 2 Molotovs. Try and delay and deny the push. VKL just holding his angle there as well. It's a bit of a tag that comes in, so Haste left on 14 HP. They only have 2 kits in circulation as well, so if he goes down aggressively towards Ivy, it's going to be a bit of a nuisance for him to recover that. Let's see. Minute now, above Blue Train. Maybe exposed towards Ali, but actually gets the double nick there onto the first, but eventually traded out. Oh, Lambert going to get 1, but he actually fires back. So Minette looking good. I mean, there was a lot of debate whether or not he's going to be able to show up in today's games, but he's definitely holding his own thus far. Petitskel as well makes his play towards B. They don't know he's there. He has got into the site. No bomb, though. Yeah. Bomb is towards teammate. At this point, the best you can ask for is try to do some economical damage to Reason Gaming, but then again, they've won 2 in a row so far, and actually fairly unscathed after that initial duel, which means he does have health to play with. We'll go down Pop Dog with 25 seconds left. He cannot retrieve the bomb any longer. Do you any Danish, mate? Gosh, no, you know the word for toilet, though, don't you? No, I meant to say, where is the toilet? Go on then. Which is Hvor toilet. And then you've also got Let's Go Denmark, which is Komsa Denmark. Nice. There you go, mate. Denmark looking good, though. Not even like they need the energy into this round as they work their way through. Denmark looking good. Yeah. Great. In general. Oh, dear. 3-0 in hours. Petitskel will be saving his AK, which means no round loss bonus for him. So if they lose this round, into the next round, you're going to be seeing 4 AKs, or maybe an AWP, 3 AKs, and a CZ, or a UMP. But what can Petitskel do with that single AK? Are we going to see a play to Heaven, walk off upper, try to take the 1v1 towards the B side, maybe try to go towards Ali, take the 1v1 versus the AWP? Not a very good idea. Obviously, Minette wielding that one right now for the CT side. Hadji going to dive straight out through the fire and flames. No damage taken there as well. Lovely movement as he was able to get across that. He's definitely done a bit of a high jump in Sports Day. In Season 1, we used to see him do the exact same play of the Mac-10, trying to get in their faces right now, but get spotted out already by Haste. Going to be pushing their way through. The smoke is down to give him a little bit of shroud of protection as he works his way back through. 1 minute and 30 left on the clock as this push is coming in. It's all going to culminate around what Hadji does here. He finds that initial frag, but VKL falls. Haste readjusts as well. Basso comes in with that headshot back towards Petitskel. A long-range battle with the P250. Hadji eventually will get 1 kill towards Minette, but it's all up to Lambert and Jax.
Obviously, this was the half-buy from Envyus. Only going into this one was Petitskel, so he's saved over. 2 versus 4. Lambert is careful though, so can actually wield this weapon with good efficiency. Oh, trying to spray one play, but can't actually connect the bullets required. 4-0 now. Reason Gaming looking good.
Adam Heath there, behind the team as well, providing his input with his nice joggers.
Oh yeah, joggers to LAN, joggers on stage. Brilliant.
No Crocs though.
No, oh yeah, the LAN Crocs. Anyway, round number 5 now, 4-0 for Reason Gaming. Envyus going for a half-bar here. 2 Mac-10s. They're expecting the CT side to have no head armor, but look, 5 sets of helmets and Kevlar for Reason Gaming, so these Mac-10s are going to be fairly useless.
Yeah. This is a horrible spot to be in, actually, as well. Already basically going to be going 5 rounds down right now. Envyus go for the reinvestment here with the smokes to try and take control of the A-bomb. So I want to go for a bit of a storm into late round, it seems. They readjust, try and take that pop dog control. Basso is in the angle. He has the M4 to play with. He could just spray down, do an awful lot of damage here. As they are going to try and fake it, though. This could be smart if Reason fall for an over-rotate.
KS, the only player right now towards B. And actually, Envyus might be able to get through connector.
Oh, this is looking good as Hadji gets the entry. Back with a Mac-10, his favourite weapon, of course. We saw in the previous season how deadly he can be. B-site already has been overrun. They've only just worked out what has occurred.
3 versus 3. 2 sets of Kevlar right now for VKL and Lambert. There's definitely a chance here for Envyus. Thing is, they have no firepower backing up these pistols. There's no AKs or M4s retrieved for the dead bodies from Reason Gaming. They need to be close up and get these CZ headshots.
Yep, they do indeed. As they have to try and play with a range that favours them. The push is coming through. There is a lurk as well. The backstab could be massive from Lambert, and he recovers an AWP. So Lambert is absolutely living it right now. He's on cloud 9 as he gets in the rear ready to strike, finds one with the AWP, backs off as well as he knows now KS is going to be scared and confused, and VKL takes a single round from his CZ there to take him down.
Good play there from the French side. The play towards B. Only one player there from Reason Gaming, leaving KS alone towards that B side. The smoke count down lower. He had to play retake onto the side. Lambert with a good flank coming in through connector, picks up the AWP, and does find those remaining 2 kills. 4-1 now. But look at the money for Envyus. Roughly 2,000 there for 3 or 4 players, which means there is a chance here for a reset to come to fruition if Reason Gaming can claim a 5th round for themselves in this current one. Already though, it's looking like a normal default here coming out. Actually, as I say that, aggression towards B upper here from Envyus. They see if they're trying to see if they can take that same duel. They know that they like that Reason Gaming like to leave KS alone towards the B site. Can they exploit it again?
Yeah, it seems like Envyus right now in those first few rounds, sort of dissecting the opposition, working out what sort of playstyles they're going to be using really when we get into these 4-buy rounds, and they've now got the answer. Let's see if it works though. Ooh, KS, close range kill coming through as he just double taps into the cranium of Petitskel. They're ready for more as well. He's spraying away. They're not actually peeking him effectively. They're just letting him take all the 1v1s in the world, Snods.
2 versus 4. Smoke, Molotov onto Lambert. Hadji though will get one, tries to get a second as well, gets a good leg onto Manette, and now we're into the 2 versus 3. Only a man advantage now for Reason Gaming.
Hadji, he can really start to do damage when you let him get into one of his own, but unfortunately just gets the one Lambert now on the site with the AWP. He can be effective with it, he just needs to reposition, get himself into a good angle, he can actually stay alive. He has the smoke to protect him, he knows the push is coming in, time is of the essence. Flashbang goes up to try and give him a little bit of cover to play with. He's not quite sure of their location, they tap the bomb, try and force the face, he gets one, but they're just going for the full defuse. Oh, he baits him off, he has to try and reposition round, taps it again, he knows there isn't much time to play with. He doesn't have a kit as well, so there's no time to get it. He falls, sure he'll try and recover the AWP, but he should be blown out of there.
Oh, AWP not saved. An impressive play there from the captain, Lambert, in the 1 versus 3, finds 2 kills and denies the time.
It's very effective burning time though.
Yes, indeed. Good Molotovs as well. They had 2 mollies in that 2 versus 3. They used them effectively. 2 versus 4 even, sorry. They used them effectively, gained themselves an extra, what, 10 seconds just off the Molotovs, and that was enough to push them over the finish line. Round number 7 now, 4-2, and a weak half-buy here coming out from Reason Gaming.
Yeah, not the best thing in the world right now, as they are just left to try and force up with what they could as we delve into this round.
1 minute 30 on the clock here. Envyus stacking up towards Team Main. Still, though, they have Hadji holding off towards Whitehall, seeing if there's any aggression towards B. We saw Reason Gaming getting aggressive towards the early portions of the early half here. Flashes towards Team Main, pushes towards B, but now they seem to be fairly hesitant to go for those same audacious plays.
It's true. It's something like, you know, the little fawn that was in their side has slowly got bigger and really started to work them at this point, so they don't want to go for these plays. Tag there as well. That's quite nice.
They digged him through the wall.
Yeah. Oh, Basso try and make a play. Somehow with the Deagle wallbang as well, makes it work. They're not even facing them effectively, but they're still finding these frags. 2 kills already going to go the way of Reason. KS could be critical. If he gets a frag here and denies this, Snods, this puts the entire round in a very rocky boat right now, and it looks like he might actually flip it over.
2 versus 4. We saw this happen in the last round as well, and Envyus managed to bring it forward and claim it as theirs. Land with the ult once again, peeking towards right side. Golden Train. Doesn't see anyone just yet, but eventually Minette lands the 1D onto Petitskel. Another 1 versus 4. The Molotov goes out. There's no smoke to shroud this one off. He's going to go for the face as well. Gets the kill, but he's in the Molotov.
Oh, he's burning to a crisp. He tries to hold it down as well. What a confusing round. Everything's set ablaze. So much mischief was occurred there. He is going to jump on the bomb as well. He doesn't have a kit, but he can still get the round.
Yeah. I mean, he did get 2 kills, though. So that's what? $8,000, potentially $10,000 of potential investment taken out. Obviously, if he dies, then instantly, there's 4 guns they can retrieve. Suddenly, there's 2 extra rifles in play for the CT side, but actually, those 2 kills will hopefully be impactful. Adam Heath right now trying to see if he can translate Danish.
Yeah, working out what they've said.
You can see this on his face as well.
He's heard Vorder to little, and he's unsure. Bit unsure.
Round number 8. 5-2, Reason Gaming with a 3-round advantage. As we're going to be seeing a weak buy again, this time for Envyus. 2 sets of Kevlar to Lambda VKL. Upgraded pistols here and there, some deagles to play with. But Reason Gaming looking strong so far. In Season 1, no one could really topple Envyus, but right now, Reason Gaming coming out the gate strong.
It's not the lineup you expect to be really taking them right now and getting them on the ropes, really, is it? Reason, not the one when you look at on paper and think, right, they're going to dominate this and start to lock it down. Good CT side, though, and I mean, that's the major point. I think we did see on train, there was moments where Envyus looked quite shaky. They couldn't quite get their form consistently.
Well, if you remember, the game they lost to Prophecy, the old Prophecy lineup with Arch and Quicks and whatnot, it was that 16-10, I believe it was, where they took him out, made it to the finals. Nevertheless, though,
game on train now, yeah.
Petitskel finds 1 onto Manette's AWP. So actually now we are seeing a 4 versus 3 in favor of the T side of 1 minute 5 left on the clock. The bomb, where is it going towards? Back towards the A side.
Oh, Pace peeking out. He loves going for these plays towards Ivy, doesn't he? Consistently, we've seen him pushing for this. The thing is as well, even if he now doesn't go for that in a couple more rounds, tries to slow it down a bit, they're always going to be worried that he'll be going for these aggressive early contact plays. Now, with what they're left with, 3 pistols here in a bit of an awkward scenario. It's a 3v2. They are going to try and group up, use all of their efforts towards that B-bomb site, it seems, as they have got 1 player close by, Petitskel playing for info with the smoke.
Jax right now towards ramp, Petitskel towards heaven. Here's the steps, Basso going to peek out.
Simon's massive.
Oh, this is well played.
Oh, this is very good. Basso could actually backstab as well. They're going to get the bomb down, but he can just respond onto them instantly. Oh, the trigger patience as well. It's a fantastic display of courage from him as he will get both frags. He's got the smoke as well. He can just sit on the bomb. Hadji's hand is forced into a situation he does not want to be in. It depends how they play it, though. They should just have the angle covered. He should be aware of this, but they come off the bomb. It allows Hadji to peek and gets the tags off, spam towards the bomb. He doesn't realize they're not on it right now, and they will trade it back and get the round. Reason keep it going 6-2.
Calm, collective play there from Basso from behind. Here's the bomb being planted, walks around, shifts around towards the flank towards Grey Chain, comes in behind 2 players, lands the shots that were required, and their second shot here is so pivotal. If that was a 2 versus 1, sorry, that would have been a 2 versus 1. Yeah. And look how far Tistis was as well.
What do you reckon Basso's favourite instrument is? The bassoon.
The what?
The bassoon.
What's that?
You're not up to date on bassoon?
No, I'm not, mate. It's not
your musical lore.
No, it's not.
You absolute fool.
Ugh. 6-2 though. We're all going to be seeing a 4-round advantage here for Reason Game on the CT side. So far, so good from them. Envyus looking rather lifeless so far, but then again, into another buy. Only 8 rounds being played so far, and Envyus uses their T side that's so strong. The slow, steady style of CS really was too tactical, maybe too difficult for any of the UK teams to handle in the initial regular season. Yeah.
The shockwave that they brought to the table seems to slow down a little bit right now as they are taking a bit more of a methodical round. This is the thing, Envyus as well. We used to expect to see that slow, very methodical, clear angles, flash each other in. Seems like they've actually sort of taken a bit of a step back. It's a little bit more unorthodox into the late round. It doesn't seem to have as much communication.
This round, though, looking far more orthodox from the side of Envyus. Slow, steady. They have control of Valley here, especially that kill through the smoke as well onto Haste. Minette, though, will go for the peak.
It is nicely done. Minette is there as he will scope in, go for the pot shot. Not going to connect to anyone just yet, though, as VKL holds his ground. The full rotate comes in, but meanwhile, the true play going down towards B. KS sprints forward, fights against Lamb, but will get 1, but there's the trade back. They now have time to decide where they want to take this fight as well. They can grab the bomb. They've still left it, though. They're just going all in and risking everything. They're gambling it all, Snods, and Minette is doing work.
3 versus 3. There are kits run out for Reason Gaming, so if the bomb is planted, they can play for the retake. The bomb's in key spawn.
Bomb. They don't even have it at this point. Tessie as well overextends out, finds his head rolling away as VKL wins that matchup. Bam Bam coming in. It's Manette trying to find the kill. Goes for the no-scope. Will claim one as he lands the unzoom. Can he get any more of those? He's going to slowly just black wall through there and try and find the kill as he stops and just holds the angle.
Yeah, that's the round over. The bomb towards team main. Jax can no longer retrieve it, plant the bomb. There's no time. Forced to go for the peaks. And Basso, if he actually re-peaks after time,
that could be a massive another frag. That could deny so much if he gets this kill after time. Oh, he does pre-fight though, so Jax stays alive. That's very awkward towards the late round in that. You could see all of a sudden Envyus realizing the scenario they've left themselves in, trying to decide how to play it, and just unsure of what to do. It was quite a confusing round towards the end. Envyus looking like all the structure they had's gone out the window a little bit here.
7-2. Jax on 2 kills as well. For some people, before that final semi-final, for the French side, he was deemed as the MVP for the season.
Yeah.
For the first game of the Season 2 Elite Series, where is he right now?
It's true, it's gone quiet in a lot of ways for those players. Obviously, you expect to see the two big dogs popping off very consistently. It was Jax and Hadji that were just going massively throughout the entire season.
Actually, Casting Pro League, some of the games they're using Hadji as a stand-in. The main
Envyus roster.
Yeah, the main Envyus roster.
Not surprising, obviously, in terms of what we've seen with his actual sort of firepower. He's been looking very good.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of kills, he was very matched with Jax. You had that Jax Hadji firepower going in. You had Lambert's AWP that was not really too aggressive, but more so slow, steady, more of a supportive style AWP to flash in those raw.
He always got the job done. This is the thing. So that role that Nilzinho had where it was the supportive AWP.
Yeah, I agree.
Very consistently being able to come out big in late round situations. Things as well. He was good in clutch situations. He would not get overwhelmed. Lambert always seems like he's very consistent. I don't think I've seen him sort of angry or a little bit too flustered.
Yeah, definitely. Round number 10 now, 7-2. So actually the Danish side coming out kicking. 5-round advantage so far on their CT side train. Mac 10 in for Hadji. 2 CZs and Galil for Lambert. And the AK onto Jax. What's the play going to be here? Are they going to just try to go towards B, take the close range quarters compact with those SMGs?
Ooh. That could have been cheeky. Snazzy did go for the shot through the smoke, nearly land the tag, but unfortunately they have been able to bypass him and get in. Hadji once again, Mac 10 in his hands, and he's in the rear. We know what this spells, don't we?
Bomb. Going back towards the B site, leaving Hadji alone, trying to get the first kill, and he does just about. We're into a 4 versus 3, and it's all down to KS once again towards B.
It's ridiculous that he still gets away with these plays consistently with a Mac 10. We've seen him buy it even against full buys normally. He still goes
again.
Oh, they don't realize, but somehow KS goes down. The sideline kill from Jax there. Just jumped off his head, but the push comes through anyway. It's a 3 versus 3. They want to try and retake this. Haste going to get 1 kill. Jax responds. Jax goes down through the smoke. It's all up to VKL. He's shown that he's confident in these scenarios, but can he pick up this win here? He has utility to aid him. He has the AK. He's up against Manette in a 1 versus 1 scenario. Just toying with right now. Playing on the ladder. Gets himself in the elevated angle. Spots out the head. Tries to stay alive as he will respond with his own nades as well. Plays around the smoke as the push is coming through. Manette knows what he has to do to win this. Has to try and get the better angle to spot him out as time is ticking away, but the AK reigns supreme.
Big round 1 now for Envyus. 3 versus 3. KS behind 2 players, but actually the last player towards upper there actually did check towards coils and flushed out KS there, rendering him useless to get 1 or 2 kills. Nevertheless, though, Reason Gaming still looking strong, 7-3. Only 1 player staying alive for the side of Envyus, so look at their money. 2 players, VKL and Lambert, with roughly $1,000, so Reason Gaming, if they win this round, but then again, yeah, I was going to say, if they win the round, force the reset, force ecos, but the problem is, look at their money as well, it's low. Haste going for the same audacious play, but this time it doesn't really merit the kill.
Every time. They're going to be aware of this as well. Even if he isn't going for this push, they're still going to be holding for the angle. You can't expect to get away with that play consistently. It is more a bit of a one-and-done or a shotgun or style play. Desperation play, mostly. You don't see that constant face coming through. It's very easy to just hold that angle.
Yeah, you can either use it for information or obviously try and flash a player, get that initial entry. But of course, he's been using that one a fair few times. As soon as you get that first kill, you've got to be expecting Jax or VKL to eventually be turning for that and not be getting caught off guard from it. Manette boosted towards Green Train. The Green Train boxes from Ali. Almost seen the weapon he once sees at long range in that scenario. Nevertheless, though, 2 CZs, 2 Deagles, and the UMP onto Haste. No kits, though, for the CT side, so if Envyus can get their way into a bomb site, get the bomb down, that could definitely be a key to victory. You can see as well, because Tessus and Basso are so close into us pop, though, they definitely would have heard those steps going towards teammate.
So Getting themselves ready to try and go for this push out now. Basso is in position with the Deagle. Going to tap once, taps twice, but couldn't quite connect the shots. Hadji will eliminate Haste as well. Right now, Basso, with his teammate, they are just stuck over towards Pop. Look, everyone is trapped by Pop right now. They can't actually aid them in any way and try and go for this retake right here. They have to waste so much time. Envyus have fantastic afterplants. Even doing damage to the economy of Envyus is going to be a hard task.
Will indeed. Reason Gaming, how much have they invested into this round? Can they still buy up into the next one? If we can see the money, please, Keita, real quick. So, they fully forced into this one. It's going to go 7-4. The reason we're seeing Reason Gaming saving is they want to have their Kevlar pistols into round number 12. So if it does go 7-4, which it, well, when it goes 7-4, if we can see another round 1 here from Envyus, 7-5, at that point you're looking far more likely for themselves to bring this one back. If you get a 9-6 score on your T-half, on train, it's definitely still winnable, especially for a team like Envyus that can bring it back. Bomb does explode. So 7-4 being the scoreline. The money is low as well for Reason Gaming.
I like that. Look at the seriousness on Haji's face there. He's ready. He's feeling it. We need to get them back into that sort of mindset as well, because this is the thing with Envyus. We saw, actually, I believe, throughout that regular season last time, it seemed like they slowly started to deteriorate against every team as the season went on. They started to drop more rounds. I'm not sure if it was an issue of complacency or teams being able to read them better, but right now it's looking like they are back in that sort of form towards the end of last season. They're a little bit slow, a little bit janky, not really operating like a well-oiled machine. Seems they need some groundwork done for the team, really. But Petitskel with a spray down wants to try and bring it back into more of a manageable fashion. A triple kill comes through. Hadji going to dome out Basso as well. It's all on test. And I don't imagine he's going to do too much with that Deagle.
And now we're seeing Envyus finally getting warmed up here. Big spray downs, big headshots as well from these players. Let's see if they can bring it forward into the buy rounds. They're not just versus those pistols and eco players from Reason Gaming. Big 3K spray down there. And that's good for the money as well. You want to have 5 alive. You can see already 7,000 onto a few players, 6,000 across the board. So Envyus, they can basically still buy for the rest of this map. Already on 5 rounds, Reason Gaming with a 2-round lead. It was 7-2, but now we're seeing some momentum and some form found from Envyus.
Well, that's what they need to do, get back into that mindset. You know, I mean, that's always been their team motto. It's not big money, big women, big fun.
Of course, man. They love it.
I absolutely do. So they've got that confidence coming back. Let's see if they can have some big rounds right here, though, as they will set up for the late round B play. They have the utility to aid them a lot more than what Reason have in reserves right now. They only have 2 smokes to try and waste time. That's not going to help too much.
Exactly. No AWP as well, and no kits. Let's see, though, KS has to get more than 1 kill if they want a chance of winning this round.
Oh, he's in position, though, Snods. He is poised and ready for it. It just depends on the actual timings. He lines in wait right now. Flashbang comes around. He does strike first, but it's just a measly tag. It's no real kills going in his favor. Basso as well in position, but Petitskel just rips him straight out of the server. Fantastic flurry of damage coming through.
They have to save in this scenario here. A 3 versus 4 retake. Thesis is low as well. Your money is nearly all dwindled away. You have to save for the final round here. Well, the penultimate round, so round number 14, but into this one. Reason Gaming lose yet another round here, as it will be 4 in a row for Envyus, as they do go 7-6. So, initially, it was looking worrying. 7-2 advantage there for Reason Gaming, looking poised to maybe even get 10-5 score. And at that point, if they win that second T-half, their T-half pistol, we could be seeing a massive upset already. But actually, Envyus keeping calm, keeping cool. No one really getting too frustrated from their side. You can see on their faces they still knew they can come back into this one. Slow burner.
It's true. But you know what they say, Snods? The flame that burns twice as bright burns half as quick. So maybe that is Reason finally starting to let loose of the lead they had. They've given everything they can in the first few rounds, and now things have actually come down to the desperation times. This is where we're going to see Envyus get back on the horse. Another
poor buy coming out from Reason as well. No AWPs. This time they have kits, though. 2 Famases, 3 M4s, but that lack of the AWP onto Manet could be a big gap to fill here for the CT defense. Round number 14 now. 2 more rounds to be played out here on this first half. Envyus, if they can actually maybe even claw back the win here, an 8-7 win on the half on your T side. That's a very good play so far.
Yeah, it would be manageable. So that's the thing. If they actually draw this back on their CT half, you've got to remember, they're not having the best start here over on T. Haste as well, going to get 1 before VKL trades him back with a nicely done little tap with the AK. Hadji actually nearly shoots at his own teammate as well. They're going to be aware of what is occurring. Massive tag there onto Manet as well. Everyone is just getting tagged down so low. Reason don't even get a chance to spot the players on Envyus before they're dead.
He may as well save at this point, especially now for Manet, 7 HP. But eventually get the spray down to Hadji. But you can see the frustration spray there. Not happy with his team's performance so far. They had such a big lead, 7-2 advantage. They've let 5 rounds slip, and now finally we're seeing happiness on some of the faces there. Hadji giving us a cheeky smile to the camera. Round number 15 now, 7-7. And look at the final buy here. Envyus from a 7-2 5-round deficit. may actually be able to bring this one back and have an 8-7 lead and win the half.
Kind of makes sense as well why they're struggling right now, because, you know, the two sort of showstoppers really aren't having their best game just yet. It's Petitskel and VKL that are actually the ones that sort of coming up big into this. Lambert as well, 11 frags to his name, whereas Jackson, Hadji, they've only just sort of got themselves back up to speed right now.
So, final round here. Envyus playing more of that slow, steady, orthodox style of CS, which has been working so well for them online and in Season 1. The issue is, can they put it forward into this final one here? Who's going to win the half? And this actually puts extra pressure on the pistol. Anyway, though, on top of the green bin there, Jax will find the first one to haste already. Envyus have found themselves a man advantage here as we go into the remainder of this final round of the first half.
Starting to find these small cracks and crevices where they can work their way through and strike at the inside against Reason right now, as they will be regrouping through. It's a massive rotate over. They could actually back up here. Petitskel isn't aware, tried to go for the flick, but couldn't turn on the opposition fast enough.
Now Reason Gaming know exactly what's going on from Envyus. They're going to pull the trigger towards the A site.
Let's see if they are ready for it though. Tess in position with the Bammers taps away, gets a couple of shots off towards Hadji's foot, and will deny never getting some nice shoes once again, as he also gets another frag coming through. He will fall eventually. VKL though, getting the snipe headshot back on towards Minette. It's a 2v2 into this scenario. There's KS and Basso. I'm trying to decide what exactly is going on. They haven't even seen the bomb just yet, I do believe, as Lambert hasn't peeked out, so they don't know where this information play is going towards.
KS rotates back towards the B site, leaving just Basso alone. Lambert going to plant in the smoke. And the bomb is down.
He gets it down, but he's getting tagged as well, Snods. They now have complete confirmation of where he was. VKL falls. It's all Lambert. He's got to lead by example. He's got to go large and in charge. He has to be the defining factor that keeps them alive and wins them the half. The smoke goes down. He hears them tap the bomb. It's just a fake tap, but he actually gets the kill as well. Extends over, takes down KS. It's all on Basso. He is going to jump on it, but he has the kit to try and give him time. He's just getting tagged through the smoke. Peeks out though. Takes down Lambert. Reason will get the defuse. They get themselves the advantage at the end of the half at least, but even then, 8-7 on your CT half. Is it too close for comfort?
So, we saw 5 rounds, 1 in a row from the French side, Envyus. And then, final one there in the half, they will let it slip. So, Reason Gaming actually going to be winning the half, 8-7. Then again, when you look at a map like Train, very heavily CT-sided. Usually expecting 10-5 halves, 9-6 halves. So, even though this game is close and you're expecting a stomp coming out from Envyus, Reason Gaming put up a good fight.
Yeah, it's true. This is actually a really good display from what I sort of expected going into this from Reason. Looking better.
To be completely honest, I expected a lot worse.
Yeah,
as we saw from Prophecy, a team that weren't used to this arena LAN setup, a team that didn't really have time to practice fully, have the months and months that needed to be able to have full set strats and tactics across the full 7 maps in play. Nevertheless, though, round number 16, a big pistol. We saw the first one go to favor Reason Gaming. Let's see if Team Envyus can make this 1-1.
Yeah, there was a lot to play for in this round, so it's all on the table, it's all on the cards. Let's see, though, as Lambert peeks out first. We'll get the initial tag. Just a small little love tap there on towards KS, so he's just going to be slowed down ever so slightly, but they still power on through and try and get in towards the A. Bomb site through the back door. Tess going to find the kill towards Hadji as well. That's a nice kill. Jackson and Hadji are incredibly dominant on these pistol rounds, so removing them is going to be critical to your success. But Jackson, Petitskel fire back. The USPs finally start to come into action as everyone is falling now. It's a 3v4. Bomb is down. They have the kill, but Tess gets one more. VKL as well strikes for the return frag on Minette, and it's all up to Basso and Tess.
2 versus 3 here, Lambert on 1 HP. Eventually will go down, but look at the bomb going, being diffused through the smoke. Tessus will find 2, and now it's down to Petitskel, the 1 versus 2 finds 1. Basso, young play, we've seen some incredible clutches from him so far. He's got up the ladder!
Oh no, he's got the kill as well. You just hold it, he wins the round right here. He has no reason to come off it. He sure gets the tag, but he can't kill him before time. Envyus just win off the back of the defuse.
So, the play from Basso there, I think, I'm just trying to, you know,
Into the mind of Snods.
Exactly. He's gone towards the pop dog ladder to give the sound that he's going up the ladder. That way it would force Petitskel to stick it.
Yeah.
Which actually happened. Basso made a very good play, very smart play. The problem was, you can see he misses the shot. Petitskel trying to see if he can shake his head, make it harder for him to be headshotted. And he did just that. Round number 17 now, we are equalized up 8-8.
Naughty little round coming out there from Envyus really towards the end. Quite cheeky stuff. You don't expect him to win that one, but in the end, the better player did get the round. So obviously working their way back through now. 8-8 scoreline, it's all tied up. How is it going to develop at this point? They have the investment, quite heavy on the SMGs as well. 2 MP9s and a UMP coming out, Snots.
Yeah, that could be because the bomb went down. They're expecting a full eco. But actually, you can see Reason Gaming forced into this one.
Yeah, I'm going to try and take the fight towards them. Molotov goes out. Oh, Basso is very low. Test actually divided as well. They've just got caught between a rock and a hard place here towards Ivy.
5 versus 5 still, though. But of course, going to be favouring Envyus in this scenario. Ooh. Will eventually be scared away. Back up the ladder. Molly comes out towards team main, so Envyus maybe expecting a play towards the A side. They still have 2 towards B, just in case Reason Gaming regroup towards the B side.
KS looks like he's trying to get inside a cold swimming pool right now. He's not sure if he wants to go all in.
Yep,
or just a little,
yeah. Yep.
He shows a bit of leg and then gets out of there. Minette, though, he's comfortable with the cold weather, but Jackson likes to bring the heat right now as he will charge his way through with the MP9, get a nice little frag off the back on towards Test there, and they will now try and take that pop dog control. They peek through, Jax gets one, but will he be aware there is another man lying in wait? There's shenanigans afoot as he'll dive straight in, takes the fight. Nice little tap comes through the MP9 as well, and Envyus get a clean house, Snods. No one goes down, no casualties. That's a bonus ball.
Reason Gaming can still afford a buy, though. Even though 3 players had Kevlar, obviously there must have been players that got kills that would be able to afford the Kevlar. Nevertheless, though, round number 18, we're going to be seeing AKs. 4 AKs from Reason Gaming. UMP onto Haste. The reason is he wants to be the player to have the utility. If everyone bought AKs, we're seeing a similar scenario we saw with Infused, where you would see the 5 AK buy, but 1 flashbang, 1 smoke, and it wasn't enough to really secure rounds. But still, talking about rounds, though, Envyus. They've got 1 round advantage, and they're still sticking to these SMGs.
Oh god, they're charging straight through as well. They want to try and take that aggressive play towards Ivy and try and gain control, Snods, but it's not really working out right now. Actually, they haven't been able to overcome a few of the hurdles in their way, especially eliminating Hadjing. VKL just armed with the MP9, but he's still finding massive frags. Somehow he's still alive that late into the round. It's all back to Petitskel, though. 1v3. He has utility, and he's finding the kills as well. Look how low these players are.
Oh my goodness. He has a Molotov, flashbang, and a smoke, and a kit as well. He knows where the bomb is. Haste. If you try to cross back towards Connector, could eventually go down, sees the first player. Minette will fall, and now it's all down to Haste versus Petitskel.
Left in the 1v1, gets behind him. Looking like Petitskel right now as he just rips his way through. It's a huge clutch. It's the 1v3. He picks it up, Snods, and just dominates. Somehow, they turn that round on their heads, allows him to win it. The 10th round secured for Envyus. Not only that, it's a soul-crushing round to lose for Reason.
Think about where Reason were towards the early portions of this map. 7-2 lead. They lost a round versus the Pistols towards the B side, and it seems like ever since then the momentum has just slipped away. We see that Envyus are able to keep calm, stay focused, but for Reason Gaming, they have 1 poor round and suddenly everything just crumbles. From a 7-2 lead, they're now looking at a scoreline that's 8-10. So these rounds have gone 8 in favor of Envyus and only 1 in favor of Reason Gaming. Anyway, they're round number 19. It will be a fairly weak buy from Reason Gaming. Kevlar to 2 players. Deagles across the board and a CZ and P250. But then again, we've already seen Envyus are so good at playing versus those ecos, quasi-buys, and half-buys.
That's the thing, that late round structure and teamwork is just too good for Envyus. Reason don't have it. I mean, if it carries on like this, their logo is going to be turning green with envy.
Oh, I like that.
Cheers, mate. Push coming in though. Jack's in position. He's on the bomb train. A little bit of an interesting play, but he will go down the end. Lambert has a bit of Overwatch support as well, as he will find 1 kill. VKL denies the bomb plant and the second as well. VKL going wild right now, but from the sideline, it's Tess with a Deagle. Dirty stuff as he'll get that first frag. Can he find any more? Looks a bit lost as he will wander through. Support comes in as KS links up with him though. They're getting attacked. They can't quite get the frags just yet. Maybe this is the time when they switch it up though. Double kill comes through. It's all on Petitskel once again. Bomb is down. 1v2. It's 1 player easier than the last round he won in this clutch situation. Dives across, shows off his aerodynamic skills, but Tess lands the shot with a Deagle and stops them from furthering their lead.
10-9. We saw a big play from Petitskel, winning that 1 versus 3. And then to come into the next round as well, Envyus will eventually be reset. Only having 1 player alive as well, Petitskel being that lone player means the money will be awful for Envyus. You see Petitskel having 8,000. The question right now for Envyus is, do you buy here? What can you do with 8k? You can drop over 2 M4s. Can't drop over an AWP and an M4. So, big questions right now to be asked for Envyus. If you did drop over an AWP, there'd be no Kevlar. The problem is the player that has 8,000 isn't the AWPer, so you can't really go for that play. You may as well just save here, maybe drop some CZs, some P250s, take this round as a loss on eco, make it 10-10, and then from there have the buy rounds and try and take those ones.
Yeah, try and get those rounds heavily favoured into your advantage. Good to see Envyus actually going to go in for this pause as well. You do see a lot of teams that take pauses for granted, don't really use them at a good tactical time, but I feel like this is a good spot to be in. You can slow things down, work out how you try and readjust off the back of this. And you can see with Envyus as well, they're very vocal. They do have a lot of players that will try and bound in with a few things. Lambert is normally the one at the helm, but of course we see players like Jax that will throw their input in, because you have players like Jax and Haji that need to be utilised in a different way. They need to be sent in to try and go for those more ridiculous, audacious picks. You can't really just play them close to your chest like you do with a lot of other players.
Yeah, they throw in a lot more chaos. The reason is the individual skill can light up rounds instantly. 2 headshots here and there can definitely change the pace and tempo of a round. Nevertheless, though, round number 20. So it actually will be the force spike coming up for Envyus. If they lose this one, they could really be letting slip the grasp they had on this one after bringing it back from a big deficit. All pods to Lambert, UMPs, MP9s and pistols, but a good HE goes out and actually does about 100 damage across the board.
That's a filthy nade, Snuds. Absolutely horrendous the amount of damage that's done. Lambert has wrong position, but he whiffs it, Lambert! You needed to get those frags. What are you doing, my man? As the push will come through, Petitskel was ready to do damage, though, as he fires away with the UMP. It's a double kill, leaving them in a 2 versus 3. They can recover the AWP as well. VKL is armed with the scoped weapon. Haji will be spotted out by Manette. He's going to try and take the fight towards him. That 5-7 incredibly effective, but you do have to just try and stand still to use it to get the full effect of it, but he'll charge in, go for more of a risky play. Doesn't really work out the way he wants it to, and it's all up to VKL now, a 1v3.
Save the AWP here, surely. There's no reason to give this one away. As he will be opting for the save here, throws in the towel, and will allow Reason Gaming to get to 10. Wow, so Envyus, they went for the very risky, high risk, high reward buy into this round. Obviously, with that, they put a lot at stake. They lost it, put it all on black, and they went on red.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. That's a nice Ian Wilson impression there, by the way. Your little wow.
Wow.
But we'll be progressing through once again. They've got themselves back to this equal playing field. It seems consistently these teams are resetting each other and really keeping it neck and neck, which is not the result we expected going into this, but it's definitely providing some good entertainment.
Yeah, in terms of scorelines, you're expecting 16-8 here, 16-7 maybe, especially for a new team like Reason Gaming. But actually, they've been showing a face we weren't expecting. Usually from Reason Gaming, when you had Thomas, Mace, when Thomas went away on holiday as well, you had the stand-in from Mace. Seems like this new Reason roster is actually looking, hate to say it, but a fair bit better.
Yeah, definitely so. They're proving every critic wrong right now, as they are coming in big so far in their first game against Envyus. Lambert, though, he doesn't miss twice. He will be able to hit that second shot as he comes into effect this time around. Ooh, gets the leg as well, as Basso will hit the deck, and it's a 4v2 already, very swiftly into the round.
Reason Gaming trying to go for the reset here through Pop Dog towards the A site. The problem is, if that AWP rotates fast enough from Lambert, then he could catch the cross, but actually Molotov comes out towards Connector. Now the A site is up for grabs for Reason Gaming.
Oh, KS works his way back round. He is going to get towards Bomb Train. Can try and go for the plant now as well, just as the clock gets to a minute. They will respond with a nice HE. Envyus has been doing very effective amounts of work with their nades into this matchup. So KS ready as well for the strike to come back through. VKL is just toying with him right now. Wants to group up before he peeks, but actually extends through. He falls to KS as they slowly lower the numbers, but the timing! Haji spots him out as he wanted to try and go for the pop flash to give him a little bit of time to reposition. Oh, the double kill could have been connected there as well, as we see Manette peek out. He's trapped by Pop Dog. Not a great situation to be in when he's got to try and deny this. Plant, it is planted for him though, as he's just tapping away. They're going to fully commit to it. So much faith there in your teammate as Jax holds the bomb. Lambert will get the kill just in the nick of time as they don't have a kit, Snods. It was now or never.
The bomb will be defused by the French side. Lambert with a massive 3K. The save in that 1 versus 3 would actually amount in another round 1 from Envyus.
That's the thing about Lambert, he always lands it.
Hey, well, doesn't miss twice in a row, like you said.
Yeah, only the once.
Only the once.
Very important.
11-10 now, Reason Gaming. Going to be buying up once again. Both these teams so evenly matched, it seems, which you wouldn't be expecting going into this one. Reason Gaming actually showing a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Presence in the Elite Series. Oh, well,
spunk.
Sorry.
All sorts, Snubs. They're looking confident. They're looking keen. Looking like gamers.
Absolute gamers. Yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? Sending a message to the other teams in the Elite Series. A lot of teams thought that Reason Gaming would be a pushover team, 3 points team, but actually, they're the ones really taking the fight to Envyus here.
Yeah, this ain't no easy ground. You can't just walk all over them, Snods. They're going to grab your ankles and trip you up.
Orb towards ramp hit. Does he get the first kill? Will he land the Does get the first flick now into a 4 versus 4.
What a VK kill coming out there from VKL, as he will fall back as well, ready for more. As he wants this push to come towards him. He's hungry for them to try and push his side, but they're still holding their ground as well. They haven't seen Bomb just yet, so there was no call for a massive over-rotate that we saw Reason were doing in the previous half. So Envyus, playing it smart, playing it steady.
Smoke comes out towards Heaven, block the vision that VKL previously had. Reason Gamer right now trying to see if they want to go back towards A, and actually no, they will make the final decision to go towards Speed Bomb site.
They do commit for it. Hadj's there, though. They've rotated in the nick of time, but the elevated peak comes out from Minette as he takes down Hadj. Petitskel as well. In terms of utility, it's just the one flash. VKL also supporting with a flash of his own, but they have no HEs. They have no smokes to aid them, Snods.
Hayes to a fun one. Basso as well chimes in, and there you have it. Basso gets a nice 2K there to cement themselves, run number 11, and a reset again for Envyus. These teams are so evenly matched. The problem is right now for Envyus is that CT economy is far more vulnerable and fragile than the Ts. You saw that Reason Gaming were able to take a loss, be reset, and still have a buy going into this one, but look at the money here for Envyus.
Yeah, their economy just didn't get into that healthy state as well. I mean, that's their CT side. That's just the way it goes. It's so hard to build yourself into a stable position where you can afford to lose the odd round here and there. Resets are so common.
Round number 23, the Eco coming out from Envyus, already a good HE towards Hadji, which gives extra leeway for Reason Gaming into this round. Already favorites in this one because they are playing versus the Eco. But we should be seeing 12 rounds already for Reason Gaming, and at that point, if they win another buy round, they could get to 14, make it 13 to 11, force another weak Eco like we're seeing the round we're seeing here, and then you're at 14 to 11, and then it's anyone's game.
Nice angle being held there as well from Minette, so it's just a matter of time before you peek into him. He's just going to fire away and get that kill. Easy does it. Oh. Ooh, it's a bit touch and go here, as he is trying to go for the wallbang. Hadji trying to read it and readjust accordingly.
Telly played 1.6 for those wallbangs.
It's very true.
Still the man disadvantage though, and Hadji is, of course, remaining on 27 HP. Play is coming towards the B side though. Good read here from Reason Gaming. The Danes find themselves the free site, and it's going to be 12 to 11.
They have been able to get site control. VKL takes down Tess after an awkward confrontation there towards Ivy, so they can rearm as well now, reposition back over. They might as well try and go for this. The only one that's got a weapon is going to be Lambert. He's on 30 HP. He can save, but they can just run in, try and get exit frags if they can, deny something, soften up Reason. Don't let them really be this huge Goliath that they're getting to.
So, Basso should be able to find some more kills here. Add to his tally. Basso's really impressed me so far, actually. The way he plays his clutches, he's very calm, very collected in terms of kills as well. He's up there at 18, Minette being the top fragger for the side of Reason Gaming at 21. Then of course, actually I say of course, look who's at the bottom of the scoreboard right now for Reason Gaming, the two players.
It's true. Haste and Tessa. And we've seen actually, the thing is...
I meant Envyus, sorry.
All right.
Jackson Hadji at the bottom of the scoreboard.
The dynamic duo that you expect to see top frag. I mean, we saw that obviously with the first half as well. That's sort of something that I touched on, is the fact that you know if they're not being able to pick up massive rounds and something's going wrong, if they're not actually getting those huge impact kills, it's just not the way it works.
Yeah, so round number 24 now. It's going to be another buy coming from Envyus. MP9 for Hadji, UMP onto Petitskel. This is a risky buy here. Reason Gaming, oh, you can see Minette there, spots out the shoulder from Jax, but doesn't quite get the opportunity to fire the shot and get the kill.
Jax holding back. More distance being utilized here by Envyus than we normally see. They're very quite aggressive in their normal stance, but they've actually switched it up a bit as the push is coming towards them, though. Jack's going to do some damage, but not quite converted to the kill just yet, as site control has been taken. Smoke goes down as well to block off any bit of information for Envyus.
4 versus 4, the site is going to be Reasons. This is the big round for them to win. They tag up the player as well. Hadji and VKL alone.
Haste playing close towards Bomb Train as well. He is finally forced back. This is a bit awkward if they peek now. They could definitely get a couple of lucky frags here and there, but timing isn't going to work in their favor. They fall back. All Reason have to do is play for the late round defuse now. They can just peek out, take the little jiggle peeks now and then. They should be successful. But Minette struggling to do too much. It's all on Basso. Will he be able to play a victory tune into this round, though, as he will swing wide. They're defusing it, but Lambert takes him down once again. He's not going to miss that shot. Full confidence in his in-game leader there as Petitskel goes for the commit on the defuse.
Reason Gaming looking terrified there in that scenario. You're in a 4 versus 4. No one wants to get close towards connected. No one wants to be that player that dies first. And what that means is, yeah, 2 players go towards Electric, 2 players go towards Pop Dog, and then suddenly for that retake, there's so much free ground for Envyus to have. So that instantly, they're out Connector, they're out Ali, they're out Old Bomb, and they're on the site. They can molly out Electric, smoke off Pop Dog, and you saw the kills went in favor of Envyus. If we saw a more aggressive stance, maybe Haste staying towards default, player towards Green Train, that should have been Reason's round.
It seems like any late round situation is where Reason struggle. CT and T.
Yeah, they don't have the aim, the players as well. You gotta remember how many well-played clutches we saw from Basso. Anyway, they're 1 minute 30 on the clock here. Minette goes for the boost towards Ali. Doesn't see anyone just yet. You can see how passive as well Envyus are playing towards Ali and towards the whole site. This is how they like to play. They don't want to give away the first kill. They want Reason Gaming to go towards the sites. They know in the mid-round, in the middle portion of that timer, is where they're going to have their real effect into the round.
Petitskel. He's going to be moving slowly forward, just trying to hold the angle here. Flashbang comes through, nicely played with his teammate. He spots it out. He has info. He doesn't need to extend as well. This is good. He at least works out kind of what the play is going to be as this round will develop. KS as well goes for the initial response as his teammate tried to flash him in for a play.
1 minute left. Still the 5 versus 5, and Envyus have some information towards players going towards upper, which means they will keep 2 players towards B. Jack's close towards Pop Dog here. He's the player that has to deliver for Envyus in this crucial round.
Smokes go over, flashes and all, as they will be getting ready for this strike now. Up close personal is going to be Jax though. Flashbang comes in, but the timing works favorably to him. He's allowed to readjust, get that kill. Hadji as well, strikes again. Lambert as well, coming into effect. This is massive for them. There's the headshot from Hadji, hammering down towards that hitbox. Trying to work out where the last player was, but Lambert will get that frag. I thought that was just a random tag from Hadji there as he was flipping his mouse around.
Just get the aid of his teammate there. Lambert will find the final one. 30-12, Reason Gaming unable to get the bomb down, which means the money should be fairly low. And at that, could we be seeing round number 14 for Envyus?
It's double up setup as well in VKL and Lambert. How effective is it going to be as these rounds develop, especially right now? Range advantage is through the roof. Reason just repeated 50s.
I mean, the thing is as well for Reason, it's not as if they're going for these heavy executions. Yes, they have one strike where they have the wall of smoke to get the bomb down, but that's about it.
Yeah.
The double up setup's strong. We saw VKL take the AWP towards ramp, and he was holding that angle just fine. This time, though, Petitskel being the anchor towards the B site.
It just looks a little bit starved for ingenuity, mate. Looks things like, you know, they've really got themselves into a bit of a muddle. Can't quite get themselves out of it. Can't think of any new ideas to aid them. They've starved everything they had. Slow stuff, though, as they will be grouping up, just walking their way in. When Petitskel goes for this HE, it's going to be a bloodbath. He's really setting himself up right now. He wants to try and go for the strike. Loves a bit of bowling.
Just waiting. Haste is the deagle towards Ali. Maybe they're going to wait for Haste to make a move and expect Petitskel to push.
Oh, let's see if he is going to get the spare or the strike. Seems more so the spare as everyone's low a little bit. They charge straight into the spray down. Petitskel goes huge as he kicks them out and the door slams them on the way through.
14-12. The Danish side are going to be kicking themselves here, allowing this game to get as close as it has and actually letting go of that advantage they had so early on.
You've got to remember, I mean, at the very least, they always have the silver lining of the fact they have secured themselves
10
a bonus point.
Yeah. Versus Envyus as well, one of the teams that are quote-unquote favourites.
You're looking at a top 14 with Envyus. I think that's sort of fair in everyone's predictions.
So, we've also got Epsilon as well to come up later today. More questions and shrouds around how that team's going to play.
Yeah, going to fresh face the lineup coming into the Elite Series. Very, very different.
It's quite nice. It shakes up the Elite Series and obviously changes things up. Minute they're trying to go for the pre-fire, but doesn't quite land the shot just yet. And still, Envyus keeping 2 players here towards the B side. VK holding towards Heaven. And of course, Petitskel, the anchor player for Envyus, holding towards ramp.
Well, did he have bomb when he faced as well? So I think they actually do have info.
Yeah, I think they're trying to do that on purpose then. But actually, all it means is Jax pushed.
Oh, Jax in the prime time position to go big. He will get one, but Hayes can retaliate. But so much info, map control. It just shows how many gaps Reason are leaving in this defense. They're not pushing aggressively. They're not really testing the waters and trying to play for choke points. They're just standing around.
1 minute on the clock now, round number 27. Envyus, they want this round to get to match point. Reason Gaming, they want this round to lower the money from Envyus, try and get to 14 as well if they can win this one, force a weak buy, get to 14, and suddenly it's anyone's game. 4 versus 4 usually favors the T side. You're about to find out why. 2 players towards the A site from Envyus and 2 towards B, which means a 4 versus 2 essentially.
Oh, smoke comes out as well. Lambert is holding the angle, scooped in towards Pop as well. Basso and KS, of course, the ferocious duo, are going to try and take the fight, but he actually gets tagged down from Haste. A ridiculous amounts of pot shots with the AK. Hadji in close range as well, can only get 1 kill, so it's a 3v2, and both of the boys in blue are over on the B site.
Do they save here? Are they going to go for it?
Ooh. VKL's keen.
One, and that's a 2 versus 2.
Yeah, massive. He has actually reopened the round here and gives some potential to try and play for this one as the rotate's coming back through for Petitskel. He has the flashbang to get down Pop as well, Snods, but he's not even cleared it. Manette just scoped in, fully committed, goes down to VKL. It's a 2v1. They have time. They can win this round if they find this final frag towards KS, or at least just play together as the push has come in, but they need to be swift. They've got the bomb, they're going to jump on it, but it just takes him down anyway. There's the full defuse now going to come through. Envyus get match point. Reason are going to be frustrated.
I think Haste was trying to go for a flank towards Connector, go old bomb, CT spawn, Connector, or he was trying to hunt Envyus. He thought they were trying to save.
I don't know, it did seem like a misread. Maybe that was the play. He wanted to try and go for the save, wanted to deny cash, get them really on the ropes for the final few rounds.
Look, okay, if they didn't win that round, minus 3.5k. So you're looking at, obviously, the rebuys as well. 2 players that couldn't buy, low money at that as well. You probably see an Eka come out for round number 29, so that's why he expected Envyus to try and save in that scenario, but actually, they had the balls to go for it. Round number 28 now, and it could be our final one.
Definitely could be. This could be the last round we see here if Reason don't get their act together immediately, Snods, and start to switch things up. Lambert as well, scoped in towards Ivy. They're going to try and go for the jump face, I believe, and try and get across. Flashbang peek it. Bit unorthodox, but it doesn't really work out.
Yeah, usually you do the flashbang, which you ricochet off, and it flashes this angle, but actually it's going to walk one by one into the scope of Lambert and give away those kills.
Yeah, I mean, A-star for trying, though. Well played, guys.
For effort, not
yeah. They're going to reposition back round towards B, though, and try and get themselves locked down and see how they can actually approach this one. This is a 3v5. B's been a safe bet in the previous few rounds. They can get entry, but they just can't secure the round in the late round. They have a Molotov to aid them, but it's still clearing out the site and getting the initial take.
Petitskel going to be hearing the nades as well go down. He's going to be the insurance policy here for Envyus. Going to clear this out, and now we can peek towards round. VKL finds one as a Basso, 5 versus 2. This should be as good as done.
Well, Petitskel wins the round for him basically right now. He's just in the backline there, I have no idea. He can backstab whenever. He's won the round for them immediately. VKL is well doing damage as well, as he had to try and cross and plant the bomb. No matter what happens, it is going to be the frag going in their favor. It's a 16-12 scoreline. Envyus are your victors, as per usual.
Well recovered there from Envyus. Obviously, 5-round deficit early on their T side. They managed to bring it back. And from there, even though it was 12-12, 10-10, the game was so close, 4 Spires going back and forth, we still saw the round win for Envyus.
Yeah, very good stuff towards the end there. Oh, they've gone for the jig. They're getting the dance moves flowing. Absolutely love it. Nice little handshakes there as well, of course. VKL feeling himself after a good performance between the boys in blue.
So, I mean, at least Reason Gaming got 10 rounds, which means they will get 1 point. Then again, Reason Gaming looking stronger than expected. How is that going to impact the rest of the series?
Yeah, it's very true. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it together towards the end, but someone else that needs to get it together, of course, Sunny over on the desk with Herald.
The Snods there, so there you go. A hard-fought game, not as easy as we thought it would be. Reason go away with that point. They must be happy with that, but Envyus must be feeling even better. They've got that win under the belt. Yeah,
definitely. It's a sign of champions when you have a poor performance but still come out with a win. So it looks like it could well be that. And
Reason can go from here, build on that. They took the fight to Envyus, so that should give them that confidence.
Fantastic opening. They played very well. They performed. They showed that they're a team that has an awful lot of guts to them, and they can continue that in the season. So, yeah, disappointing really for Envyus.
Yeah, indeed. Gentlemen, thank you very much. 3 games done. We've got a win for Method. We also have a win for Endpoint. And now another win for Envyus. Will they get to the final? We'll have to wait and see. Before that, though, we have got a cracking 4th game on the way for you. It's Epsilon versus that UK and Ireland team, Excel. It's on the way. We'll see you back here very shortly.